Hi everybody, welcome. It's Ruth here. Thank you for joining me today. Today is the 25th of the month. It's another Christmas Stampathon for you. So this month's challenge is to make 4 or more boxes or bags plus tags. Okay, so it's up to you if you do bags or boxes or a combination of both, but you need to create a lovely tag to go with it. So I was thinking ahead to Christmas and I couldn't think of what bag or box I might need, apart from maybe to give someone a little bit of chocolate. So I did make a chocolate box about last month in another video, and it's using exactly the same measurements, which I will go through again with you. And I've stamped and decorated just plain, very vanilla cardstock, and then made this a fabuloso tag, very, over the top, floral tag. If you've been watching some of my videos lately, you'll know that I'm on a bit of a floral paper flower making trip, and so I thought I'd just carry it on and do some more with that with you. So here's 3 that I've already created, and they're not exactly the same. They're all a little bit different because of how you stamp, maybe stamp the cardstock or make the flowers. And so I'm just going to go ahead and make one in front of you too. So just to go over the measurements, basically you put your cardstock in. This is from an A4 piece of card, and let me just grab one to show you. So this is your standard A4 that you get in the UK. If you're in America, I know it'll be slightly different. But basically you cut your piece of cardstock, here is 7.5 inches. And then you score 1/2 inch at the top and 1/2 inch at the bottom. Then you score at 3 inches and then 3.5 inches, then 6.5 inches, 7, and then I just cut it at just a smidge under 7.5 inches, so that when it comes to actually sort of sticking it down, it's not such a wide thick kind of portion. And I just used the tear and tape, which I'll do in a second. So to decorate it, I'm so excited to get my hands on this new stamp set. It's called Very Versailles, and I've just managed to get a little bit of hot glue on that because I've got my hot glue gun to the side warming up. It's called Very Versailles, and it's got this beautiful kind of scripty textural stamp here. I've got no idea what it says. I don't think it's even in English. And then it's got this beautiful leaf stamp here, and those are the only 2 that I'm using, and I'm going for kind of classic Christmas colours. I've gone for the Old Olive and the Merry Merlot. So to get that on, just get the stamp here, and I've got it all ready. And you can stamp this in all kinds of different ways. It was really fun to kind of experiment with different ways of arranging it, but basically you just got to get some of those leaves on there and decorate the box. You can have some maybe coming down and then down like that, maybe some going up here, and so on. And look at the detail on those leaves, it's so pretty. And then here's the Merry Merlot, and I'm not sure that there's a right or a wrong way to this. Oh yes, but I don't know. I think it's that way up. There we go. And I'm just going to stamp that down. And remember, you can stamp off as well to get the lighter version. I'm just going to stamp there and there. Oh, and maybe there. There we go. Right, so you can see how easy that was. So if you're having to make quite a few of these, I recommend that you maybe cut out quite a few in one go and then just do all the stamping in one go too. So I already have actually burnished these edges to make it a bit quicker, and then all you need to do is cut in little slits into where the folds are. So can you see I'm just doing a tiny little slit there, and then when it comes to this end, which is the piece that we're going to be sticking, you just cut there and then cut a notch into there and take that out, because we don't need that piece. and a little one there. So if you have a go at this challenge and you would like to join in all the fun and see what everybody else has done, then do remember to go and have a look at the Facebook link below, and you can join the group and see all the other participants for this month and previous months, to get some of your Christmas makes on their way. So the whole idea of this group was to give you some Christmas inspiration throughout the year, so that you can kind of get a head start on projects. And I'm participating in this kind of challenge with some other demonstrators from around the world. There's some in Australia and some in America, and Denise in America. Okay, I just wanted to talk through this portion here. So this is the bottom part. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive along here and stick that down, and that will be absolutely fine. Yes, so there's Denise in America, there's Ellen and Rosalie in Australia, and so it's been really lovely to have, you know, cross-continental inspiration going backwards and forwards, and just wonderful to see all the inspiration from everybody who's taken part. So do join in the fun. Right, so that's all ready pretty much to put my chocolate bar in. Right, now time to make the floral tag. So if I just bring in some of the other ones that I've done, just to show you, give you an idea of what I've been doing. So this large petal is punched out using the new balloon punch. And just to change it up a bit, I wanted to show you what it would look like actually punching it out from Mary Mallow cardstock. And just a tip, the balloon punch has these two other shapes. It's got a little triangle here and what looks like a little flower pot, but I guess it's the basket that goes underneath the balloon. And to try and save on cardstock and not waste, I found that by punching out in the corner of your piece of cardstock to start off with, means that you don't waste so much by punching out things that you don't want. And then giving that a little snip there means that you can then punch your second one, and then you're not punching any card there and there because it kind of fits perfectly in there, and so you only get this little tiny bit of wastage here. So to give it some added texture, I thought it would be fun to just stamp some of that lovely scripty stamp, just to add an extra bit of texture onto these. And then if you want to put some extra colour, I just got my little brush and just added a little bit more there onto the edges. And right, so I've got my hot glue gun all ready here, and before we get sticking, I just want to curl some of all of them, curl all these petals so that they're nice and curled rather than just sitting flat. And I've already pre-cut some little, I've got some of the 4-petal flower here, and I've already gone ahead and stamped on those, and some crushed curry medium daisy and a pineapple punch medium daisy. So to stick the flowers together, I just put a little bit of glue onto the edge there and stick that over top, and then oops, a little bit onto that one, and then like that, and then to glue it all together, just put some on there, and oops, and I'm going to stick these into place. And I'm just going to make little tiny movements and just fold up the little petals there just to give them a bit more texture. So when they're all done, you can then start sticking those into the middle. And I just love how the combination of 2 or 3 or 4 of these daisies just gives that really lovely kind of centre, very frothy, fuzzy almost look to the centre. And I don't know what flower this is based on. I've completely made it up. It's a whatever Christmas flower. It's just you know, just a flower. It's just nice to create something fun and pretty. There we go. Right, so then to make it into a tag, I've already pre-cut some of these. This is a new label punch that Stampin' Up have come up with this year. And because my flower is so huge, I have to kind of stick the label on sort of on the edge, or even stick two together. Oops, do it that way. And have it sticking onto the bottom so that it hangs. But let's have a look at the previous one that I did. See if I can get away with, did I get away with doing that or just with one? Yes, I did. So I'm going to see if I can get away with that on this one. But before I do, I just want to add a little bit of colour to that. So I've just got some colour left over on there. I'm just going to ink that on. And then stick my flower just onto the bottom of my label, so that I can then tie that around my gift. Right, I'm going to clear this away and then punch a hole in the top of my tag. Bring my box back and then just take a couple of ribbons, or lace and a ribbon here actually, and this is really fun to do if you want to make really pretty wrappings for your presents. It's nice to maybe put two together and just have the contrast of the two textures and widths there. And all I'm doing is tying that in a knot. I'm going to have just the extra bits fall down. I didn't want to get in a faff with trying to tie a bow, so I thought it's just nice to have that hanging down. And then to attach my tag to the gift, I'm just using some of the lovely twine here, the linen thread. I'm just going to pop that through and through there and tie that into a bow and try not to get knotted up in the twine. And I just love the contrast of this like thin, rustic looking thread against the kind of sophisticated looking lace and the, you know, that vintagey kind of background. So there we have it. That's my inspiration for you guys this month for the Christmas Stampathon. And I hope to see you taking part and seeing what you guys create, and see you again in a month's time. So do click on the links below. Again, if it's the first time you've come to my channel, please click on the subscribe button to be part of all the fun, and make sure you're notified of any new videos. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care for now. Bye.